vlog. It is Monday, September 18th. So, I didn't put a video up this Sunday, but I'm getting into a new routine. So, I'm trying to, what's today? I'm also going to a Bible study this afternoon, or at 7, so tonight. And I'm going to try to go to it. So, I'm going to try to vlog too. Let's try to take the camera out someplace. So I cut myself, so that's why that's there. Anyways, this is just a regular vlog. It's Monday. It's a regular Monday vlog. So, yeah. Might be a montage, might be music. I'm not sure. But I am about to play the new Rod Wave album. So.
Pray for your bad rap shit, you hate it. Taking me bloody lit. I never thought that I hate you, just misunderstood. I was around this memory, man, I would, cause when I'm free. I hope you find it proud. Young and job out with that K and broad, they should not the crowd. Now you get on top.
Okay, it's a little dingy. God is still on the throne. All right, so Kentucky State University, I identify as an alum. I identify as somebody who works at Kentucky State University. These are things that define me. And y'all, I promise y'all, I really couldn't find them, but this is an antique. This is passed down to me from my profile. Anyway, this right here says, "Thank God I'm fabulous." This is a Delta shirt, a Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated shirt. So I identify as a Delta, right? And then also it's a black woman on here. I identify as a black woman. Now, there's other indicators of that. You know, I wear a lot of black power shirts and whatnot, right? But the reality of all of that is all of those things pass away, right? Those things are cool. How many of y'all are involved on campus? Not just Greek, but just in general. We got basketball team members on here, professionals. We got SGA. We got concert choir people. We got all kind of people from all different areas, all different walks of life that are sitting in this room right now, right? And we all identify differently, but some things we have similarities with, right? And so I think that one of the things that I've grown to understand and learn is that when I was in college, I I was really searching for my identity, like really, really bad, really, really heavy. Like I just wanted to know who I was. Like when I was in high school, I did a whole lot of things. Like I was very, very involved. So when I came to college, I was like, I got to be involved like that. And that was how I identified with all the things that I was connected to. And I felt like if I didn't have those things, that I was pretty much nothing or nobody, a nobody basically. And so I want you guys to like really think about some of those identifying things that about you. And like if those things, obviously you can't make yourself not be black. There's certain things you can't change it to a female. Well, you can't change it to a female. This is a safe place, don't you? I don't want to be disrespectful. Okay. But all in all, though, a lot of the times we associate ourselves with the things that we identify with. We associate ourselves and identify ourselves with the things that are around us, the things that we are connected to. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but when that becomes your whole identity, that's problematic. So some people, they really, really, really want to be Miss Freshman, whatever. I'm just going to use that. And that's what they really, really, really want to do. And if they don't get that, they feel like their world is over. They feel crushed. Same thing, I'm sorry, I'm just have to go here. Same thing with Greek letter organizations. People feel like if they don't get picked up, that they're not good enough, or they feel like they're inadequate, or they feel like, well, what was wrong with me? This is all I ever wanted, was to be a bloom, 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 to be an AKA. Ski But we have all of these things, and we really, really work really hard in the world to try to find and connect to something. But the reality is, a lot of times what we do, and I'm not even looking at my notes, I'm sorry. A lot of times what we do is we try to connect to these things, and then we get connected to certain things, and they don't amount to anything. Like they still don't feel the voice that we have. They still don't make us feel like we know our identity. If we be honest, a lot of times I'll just speak for myself. I won't even make nobody else in here talk. I'll talk about myself. When I got into, I was like a very, very high profile leader on campus, I would say. Like a person that was doing SGA, big SGA, a person that was a student ambassador. I was a Delta. I was all of these different things. You will see me everywhere. And I was the Delta that always strolled every time they played Diva. Like it was annoying. But nobody else wanted to stroll. And then if the bros wasn't out there, I would hop too. So I was just that person. Like just I don't know why I was like that. I'm talking about Nelia from the head to the toes, okay? And I had a fro back then too. And I used to be having little Delta African violets in my hair, just looking ugly. Like, girl, what are you doing? Anyway, but that was who I was, and I was like, yeah, like I made it. I did everything I wanted to do, like period. Like, and then I was at the lowest portion of my life. That probably, if I could think back, that was probably the second low. That was the first time that I had hit a low like that in my life. And I had everything that I thought that I wanted, and I had nothing, because I didn't have the Lord. And I was talking to somebody in my office about this today. It's so funny how I was looking, like I gotta find it. I gotta find who I am. And I went through all of college, literally, all of it, okay? All 5 years, don't trust me. 5 years of college, not knowing who I was. And I didn't realize who I was until years after I had already graduated. Then I started coming to women's Bible study. I didn't even go to the regular one. I just went to women's, and I was like, I still don't care what y'all talking. I'm gonna serve the Lord. How many of y'all grew up in church? Dang, hallelujah. Well, throw out some denominations. Oh, Baptist. You just can't join me. You got to be born in, huh? Okay. I never be a part of that. But anyway, so non-denominational. Okay. So a lot of my upbringing, I felt like a lot of stuff was very religious. Like I was like, I don't want to be the person that is walking around slapping people on the head with a Bible talking about Jesus, 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 Jesus. And I also don't want to be a hypocrite saying one thing and I know I want to do something else. How many of y'all ever felt like that? Like, oh, I don't want to be a hypocrite. Okay, cool. So I felt like that. But what I had to come to grips with was that God was willing to take me how I was and to use me in the same way that I am. So as y'all can see, I'm still y'all didn't know me back then. Back then they didn't want me. I'm just kidding. No, but I literally, Andrea probably could. Yeah, Andrea might be the only person that can speak to how I was when I was in undergrad. I'm pretty much the same person. I just rep a different,
To hear about other things, passionate about other things.
Exactly. My passion was just I'm like, Delta this, Delta that. You couldn't even have a conversation with me without me bringing up Delta. I'm like, what's that? Delta said what? Like, everything was Delta. First everything was SGA. Then when I became Delta, I was like, Delta, what? And then somebody said something like, I was ready to fight everybody. I thought I was big, bad, and all of this stuff. And I'm not knocking whatever you guys choose to do in your life. In fact, some of my amazing Neos are here. Shout out to them. And shout out to any other group. It's not even about that. It's about your own personal conviction. And it's not even just about that. It's about what you put your treasure in. Whatever your treasure is, that's where your heart is. And it's very dangerous when your heart is filled with treasures of the world. Things that cannot give anything back to you. So I was thinking about this, and I was like, man, y'all use, and I say y'all, I mean that loosely. If it don't apply to you, then just don't listen to it. But y'all, if you be honest with yourself, y'all use a lot of different things to cope, a lot of different things that you think are making you feel better, but then once it's done and it's over with, it's done and over with. And then you have to go back to that thing. You got to go back to that thing, and you have to get refilled again, and you have to hit that pleasure again. So catching flights, not feelings, is not just about relationships. It's about how we allow other things to dictate where we go. And a lot of us are stuck in a certain level because of people that we're still connected to, because of things that we're still connected to. And what God is saying in this season, and I don't know if you guys remember this, in the fall semester of last year, we talked about Bloom. I literally, with my own eyes, watched several people who were connected to the Bible study. They came every Monday, maybe missed a couple. I watched their lives transform. Not because they just came to Bible study, but because their hearts were committed to figuring out, who am I? What am I doing here? What's my identity? How can I identify? You cannot get anywhere else. You cannot elevate. There is no way that you can go to the next level in your life until you really, truly know who you are. Or you'll get there and there'll be nothing there for you. You will be empty. And there's no reason to do that. So what Catch Flights, Not Feelings is talking about is very simple. It's talking about your identity in Christ and understanding who you are so that you can go to the next level and the next level and the next level. And so, we're going to do a lot of good exercises, a lot of fun stuff. You guys are going to get a lot of things to help you guys along this journey. One of the things we're going to be giving y'all a little travel package is what we're going to call it. And it's going to have a passport thing for you guys to take notes. You guys are going to get basically incentivized for those who come and those who are consistent. There'll be incentives every week, and then there'll be also an incentive at the end to be able to win something that's really, really going to be very, very nice, okay? I'm going to put some good money into getting something really, really nice. Why? Because I want to invest in who you are now, but also who you're going to be in the future. Some of y'all can't even see beyond the issues, the circumstances that you deal with currently. Some of y'all have some circumstances that are very real, and I don't want to minimize that those circumstances are real. Some of y'all are cool. Y'all very busy. Y'all are living a good life. Y'all don't feel sad no more. Some of y'all have come out of those types of things, but you still have things that are missing. You still don't feel that as connected to God as you can be. So what this is going to be your individual journey and the discovery to get to your level of elevation. It has nothing to do with somebody that's next to you. Although people in this room, I do want this to be a safe place where people can help each other through. How many of y'all, I love the way Jalen said this, how many of y'all walk around and people be looking at you? How many of y'all feel like it's a staring problem? So Jalen, can you stand and share with me what your thoughts are on that? Because I think what she said is a very healthy perspective, and I think it's very funny.
Hello. I feel like walking campus, I felt like when I first got here, I transferred in, right? So it's a culture at K-State. There's things you know, there's things you don't know. There's people you know.
He's awake now.
No. He's awake now.
Yeah, now.
I feel stay just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, down your right side facing this way, please.
You know, let's get people with the arm leg right there.
Other side, please. Oh yeah, find it back. That was.
dark. Oh, hi vlogsters. I just did something so embarrassing. I'm eating Qdoba from the calf. I just said the L word to somebody. Okay. Very well deserving of the word, yes. But, excuse you, ma'am? What do you mean? What? And it was just so natural. I didn't mean to say it. I had no intention of saying it. It's crossed my mind a few times, but, you know. But, wow. I need to do my lashes. But, yeah. Mira, how crazy. Mira. I'm in shock. And it's just like, girl, you said what? And it's been how long? Okay. Right. Here's how it went. You know, when people do mukbangs, they be like, oh, and you're not supposed to chew with your mouth open, but put it in your mouth. But when we do a mukbang, what do you expect? You know? But, anyways. So, this person, I was in the car. This person got me the bowl of food. So he's chopping it up. I was like, okay, thank you. Said person gets out of the car. All right, I'll talk to you later, beautiful. Okay, love you. Okay, talk to you later, beautiful. And I said, okay, I'll see you later, love you. I don't even know if I said I love you. I love you. I said, okay, I love you. That's what I said. I said, okay, I love you. And I said, the way I balled my own lips up. And I was like, please don't look at me. Now, said person was already outside the car at this point, but I was like, I was, oh my gosh. I was like putting in reverse, and I was like, please don't look at me. Why does it happen to me? But yeah, it's Tuesday, September 21st, and that happened. I just want to let you know that. So, yeah. So if you see somebody in the next vlog, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is a solo channel. All YouTube channels don't have to be couples channels, okay? And yes, I've had a bookie on here before, okay? It wasn't a couple channel. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. To tell y'all that real quick, I had a vent to the vlogsters because it blew my mind. Still mind blown, actually. Literally can't believe it. And my friend talking about the heart wants what it wants. You know what? You know what? This would be a lot better if they didn't burn some of the chicken. Like, I'm tasting like burnt pieces, but okay. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.